Hey y'all, this is Dina. Welcome to my channel. I am back tonight with my next craft fair idea. Now, I have to tell you that I did create policy envelopes in my last craft fair series. I am bringing it back for this year. And I will also link the video that I made. It was number 8 in my last craft fair series. I'll link that below if you wanted to take a look at that video as well, because it has all the dimensions for all the other sizes of policy envelopes. But what makes these different is, y'all, I created this one the other night because I needed some sweet envelopes to mail the tape out in for the 4 winners that won the tape. And so I created these on Saturday night. I created the size because I wanted it to fit that tape. And let me just tell you, it was 1/8 of an inch, 2 packs, fit perfectly down inside here. And it was just, they just come out so perfect. I went and took them to the post office today and got those 4 mailed. So if you were a winner of the tape, they did go out in the mail today. But anyway, I wanted to bring back the policy envelopes. I'm going to put them in my craft fair again. I did, like some of the big ones I didn't sell. But the medium and the smaller ones I sold. Now, the small ones that I made out of 6x6 paper, those sold well. I can tell you, they sold well because people were using them for gift card holders. So that worked out really, really well. So I will link that video in the description box below. But anyway, I wanted to show you how I made this size. Y'all, they're short and chunky. Aren't they cute? Oh my goodness. I just love the size, and I love, love, love this paper, y'all. Okay, so let me show you the paper pack that I'm using right now. It's called My Story. Everyone has a story to tell. Got this at Tuesday morning. It's just the most beautiful, fun paper. I really, really love it. And so that's why I decided, you know, let me make some policy envelope sets out of these. Now, for my craft fair last year, I made, I believe, like 6 or 8 sets of each size for my craft fair. So I was going to bring them all down out of my closet and show you tonight, but I opened up the closet and I looked, it's in the top bin at the very top of my closet, and I would have to move out 3 bins just to get to them. So I'm like, I just can't do that tonight. So anyway, I thought I would just show you these that I created, and I was going to show you the dimensions for this one. Okay, so you're going to need a piece of paper that measures 10.5 by 12. Okay, so on the 12-inch side, you're just going to score 2 times on this side. You're going to score at 3, and you're going to score at 8 5/8. Going to flip it to that 10.5-inch side, and you're going to score at 1.5. And my other ones I did 1 inch, but on these I did 1.5. And the reason I did that, because I wanted them to be nice and chunky and good and sturdy. So here we go. So all you're going to need to do, it's easier if I flip it over and I see the white side, you can see the score line. So I'm going to go ahead and we need to cut out at an angle down here where the flap is. Then you're going to go up, I don't know, about 3/4 of an inch. Just eyeball it. And you're going to cut this part off. Do that on all of the other 3 sides. If you don't cut it exactly at the same distance, it's okay, because you want to know why? It's going to be under the tape, so it's going to be quite all right. Now, these work great if you wanted to make an album with these, and I think that might be one of my things coming up, is maybe some kind of album or tag album with policy envelopes. You'd be able to put all your goodies in there. But yep, gotta get that one. I want to get that one a little bit more crispy over there. I had someone that told me the other day that wrote below my video that her husband likes it and thinks it's funny that I say fold it and make it crispy. Well, that's what you're doing, y'all. You're folding it and you're making it crispy. You're making the folds nice and crisp so they look really pretty. That's why I say it. So let's make them crispy, y'all. And then I'm gonna fold over here. You will love this size of policy envelopes. You can make these in any size that you want. Just measure up what it is and just go with it, y'all. So it's gonna come over like this, or you can go like this. Either way. So what I did is I just used some of my tear and tape. You can use any kind of adhesive as long as it's good and sturdy. But for these, I just put 2 strands of this tape. Now, if you had a wider one, probably 1 would be good. But I just wanted to make sure that it was going to stay really well. Because, you know, people will put things inside these envelopes and use them for mailing and so forth. So, beautiful. And see, it's already looking nice and chunky, y'all. Okay, so on the bottom, go ahead and put yourself some adhesive or glue. Okay. And I like to put I put 2 strands on here because if I just want it to be nice and sturdy. So that's the reason. You wouldn't want anything to fall out when someone mails it. In fact, when I mailed today, I did add a little tape over the top just because I wanted to make sure with the mailing and handling that it was gonna stay together and nothing would get lost. I wasn't really worried about it falling apart, but with the mailing, you just never know. So if you need to add a little clear or some washi on the outside, you can do that. Okay, there's the envelope, y'all. Isn't it so sweet? And what I do whenever I make the policy envelopes and all the other ones I have up in my bin in my closet, I've added a row of tear and tape there as well, and I lift the paper on it. That way then whoever purchases it will be able to seal it without having to get a roll of tape or something like that. If they're just going to give something simple to someone. But look how sweet this is. It is so cute. And let me see, I'll tell you what the dimensions are. They come out to being 7.5 by about 6 5/8. So yep, that's how big they come out, and y'all, they're so cute. Now in my policy envelope sets, what I did last year is I wrapped a ribbon around them, and I also added tags for each one, like an adhesive tag. That way then they could write the addresses of where they're going to send it to, and it would be all ready for them. So let me grab some quick pink ribbon, and we'll tie this one up. Let me see here. Okay. This one is on top and it works for me. I have a friend. She's a very sweet friend of mine. I've known her since I was a child. And we still keep in touch. But let me tell you, and actually we work together and so forth. I think I'll put the butterflies on top. But anyway, she has everything like on her desk. Everything is like totally perfect. I mean, literally, she has a spot for every little pencil on her desk. Me, as the friend and the older one, I go over and I look and I'm like, nothing is perfect. And she just tries to make it perfect. So what do? If she has her tape or her scissors here and her tape here, I go over and and then when she comes into work, she'll say, Dina's been by my desk. And I only do it just in fun. I love her to death. And yeah, she's very organized. She's probably a lot more organized than I am. Her house is immaculate. Everything has a place and everything is decorated to a T. Yeah, there's some things I just don't fret over, and yeah, I'm not going to worry about that. But yeah, I have to give her a hard time on occasion. So She doesn't really ever watch my videos. Sometimes she'll tell me, you should really do this on your channel. I'm like, well, if you watch my videos, you would know I've already done that. So one day, I'll rope her in, but she's not really into crafting and all that, so, but that's okay. I just like to give her a hard time. So there we go. So what I did on these two, like I said, is I added in some adhesive tags and just left, of course, left the paper on the back so it can be peeled off and stuck on the front, and they became beautiful, beautiful policy envelope sets. And yeah, they sold really, really well as far as whatever size. The larger ones not so much, but the smaller ones and the mediums, they did pretty good. So I'm gonna bring them back. I'm gonna get, you know, every craft fair is different. You might attract different people that comes to your craft fair, so you never know, they might want them. So anyway, I thought I would share this with you. And I decided, well, actually my granddaughter, my very sweet Emma Jade, she told me the other day, Moggy, she said, you should start doing a shout out. So I'm like, well, I think that's a good idea. I'm going to do start doing shout outs on my videos. So, but first let me just tell you the reasoning behind Moggy. So this is quick, y'all. Sorry, I know I'm rambling on tonight. So whenever my granddaughter Emma was born, I always told my daughter, so I was in my 40s, and I'm like, I am not a granny. Don't you ever call me granny. And so my daughter would always tease me saying, well, I'm going to teach her to call you granny, you know. And I'm like, don't call her granny. So one day I went over to their house and I picked her up, and Emma G had looked at me, and she was just about turning 1, and she was just learning to talk, and maybe she was a little over 1, but she was talking and words were starting to come out. And I patted myself and I said, what's my name? And she said, Moggy. And it was kind of like the grandma syllables kind of backward. I went, what did you call me? I said, what's my name? Moggy. So then when I saw my daughter, I said, listen to this. Emma Jade, what's my name? Moggy. That's how I became Moggy. Emma Jade named me, so it's M-A-W-G-E-E, Moggy. That's how it came out. So all my other grandkids, they call me Moggy as well. So anyway, thought I'd tell you that quick story. Now let's just get on to this shout out. Okay, so this one, and yes, I printed it from my cell phone a while ago. But anyway, this one is from Hanging with Mrs. E, aka Becky B. And it says, hi, I enjoy watching your videos in the morning before work. I am a teacher, and I take the projects back to work and spring it on my students. It's so funny. They know when I've been watching YouTube. Sometimes I watch it at work, and generally I have to purchase the supplies, and this definitely would help with a limited budget. Thanks so much for sharing. So anyway, thanks so much. Hanging with Mrs. Z, Miss E, aka Becky B. Thanks so much for writing me. That's sweet. And you know what? I know about teachers. My daughter, she's in education as well. And I know that they had to purchase all their own stuff too. So I know that. But thanks so much for watching my videos, Miss Becky. And I appreciate it. And hopefully there's something that I've made that you can take back and share with your children. Or maybe make something as a gift for them, or just an idea. Anyway, but I just wanted to give you a shout out. Thanks so much, Becky B, for watching my videos, and thank you for this awesome, awesome post. I really appreciate it. Anyway, y'all, thanks so much for watching, and I guess I'm going to see you later. Y'all have a good night. Bye.